This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Talking vegetables, what's your favorite? What's
I don't
wrong?
know. This topic's giving me kindergarten vibes. Like, why are you trying to push vegetables onto the 6 a.m. listener?
Well,
club?
I just thought it was interesting that people had such a...
Draw your favorite vegetable.
No, we don't talk like that to our friends.
Okay, so this text here says waxed beans. What's the difference between a waxed bean and a not waxed bean?
There's no hair on the waxed one. Also known as a Brazilian bean.
That was really funny. My mind did not go there at all whatsoever. I will say, I do love a good green bean. Mm-hmm. If it's got a lot of salt on it, or if it's got sweet chili sauce on it, or if it's deep fried in tempura with an aioli.
Some of the answers from this poll recently that was done, asking people what their favorite vegetable is, has the potato at number 1, broccoli.
That's probably my answer.
I like broccolini more. Like, broccoli's not even my favorite vegetable that starts with brock.
You're such a one-upper.
What? What do you mean a one-upper?
I say broccoli, and then you're like, broccolini.
Broccolini is a far superior vegetable, in my opinion.
I will say I love the crunchy stem.
Yeah.
Whereas a broccoli stem, what are you doing with that? You're feeding it to the dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
It's useless. Kate wrote in saying, hello, radio babes. My favorite vegetable and ultimate comfort food is steamed cauliflower with breadcrumbs in browned butter. When I'm sick, my mom still asks if she can make it for me. Kate's like in her 40s.
Sounds delicious.
You're the cutest ever.
You know what I usually do with my cauliflower?
What?
Buy it and then leave it in the fridge for 6 months until it looks like it's probably gone bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just can't.
It's hard to cut. It's not fun to cut. Why is it so rubbery?
So potatoes 1, broccoli 2, mushrooms 3.
Ew, why are mushrooms on the list? People that like mushrooms are sick.
Sweet potato, cabbage, peppers, spinach. Onions actually got a pretty high vote. And so did tomatoes, which is actually a fruit.
Onion rings, I will accept.
Sure.
Oh, Kate's coming through on the text line in all caps, getting defensive.
About the cauliflower?
She's
Sorry to offend
in all
you,
caps,
Kate.
I will make you my cauliflower and you will change your mind.
Okay.
Oh, I love this. I love how we can manipulate our listeners into bringing us food.
That's the only reason I talked about this, is I was pretty hungry this morning.
Okay, what's everyone being for Halloween this year? Like, what is even cool? Chris Pine with some spit on his crotch?
I gave you the best answer ever for yourself.
Yeah, it's okay.
Kaylee Cuoco in Flight Attendant, because you kind of look like her. Mm-hmm. And you'd get to just walk around with mini liquor bottles the whole night. That's the best. I love when I have a costume that incorporates something that, like, I want to have on me anyway.
I wonder how many people grabbed their phone as soon as you said I look like Kaylee Cuoco and Googled, what does Lisa Evans look like? Because
it's just a budget Kaylee Cuoco.
it really is. I'm just blonde with... I'm just blonde. That's pretty much it.
No.
I'm a Wish version of Kaylee Cuoco.
Oh, what you get when you order from Wish. Sorry. You're up. I thought it was the trending this hour for a
You
second.
okay?
Yeah, I blacked out.
It's because it's Friday. We're mailing it in.
Okay, you're up.
My story today is about John Cena. He set a new record. Get this. He's done the most wishes granted through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He has now granted 650 wishes to critically ill children, more than anyone else in history. I'm pretty sure in second place, it's like Michael Jordan with 200.
Incredible.
That is insane. 650?
So, but he just set the record?
Yeah.
So did he do 450 yesterday if second place is 200?
Oh. I don't know.
Tell me something good.
Somebody didn't do all their research with this story. My story is about the benefits of cold water and cold air. So you've seen professional athletes dunk themselves in really cold water before. You might have seen people doing like the cold dip.
Yeah.
What does that do exactly?
Like,
well,
they're calling it, there's like an Instagram account that's called cold plunge.
Okay.
And you can rent them. I don't know if they like bring you a tub or something.
As far as recent stats go or whatever from a bunch of doctors, like it's unbelievable the amount of health benefits it has. One of the main ones is it changes a type of fat in your body to more of a working fat rather than a storage fat. So that's a huge benefit. But
I think like when people do the cold plunge, their goal is to get in longer each time. So it's also a mental game.
Yeah. And brain function increases. But now they're saying even exposure to cold air. So the reason I was so excited to tell you this story is because we're going into winter and it can get pretty damn ugly around here. So when you're dealing with minus 35 and you're miserable, at least know that there are some health benefits associated with it.
Ryan just texted in saying, you want a cold plunge? Go hang out with my ex.
Tell me something good.
What's something very dumb you did as a kid on a regular basis or just a one-off?
Amy wrote in saying, I used to eat the horse feed. I thought I'd grow up to be a horse. Like, I'd love to be your mom or dad in that moment when they realize you're in the barn eating horse feed.
In hopes that you turn into a horse.
What are you doing? Now, this topic can get pretty gross. So if you're eating your breakfast, just a warning. Jen says I would chew on my hair, like aggressively. Yeah. I feel like I did that a little bit in school. Like you just grab the end and chew.
Well, especially with
it's gross.
A lot of the kids' shampoo is like strawberry and vanilla, and right? Like, it smells good.
Doesn't taste good.
Doesn't taste great.
This one is a Facebook comment because we did post this on our social media page. And the best part is, I think Darnell didn't know that all of her friends would see this. Like now it's popping up on their timeline and they're all responding saying, I will never be able to look at you the same. The text says, this is disgusting and I'm not proud of it, but I used to pick my nose when I was 6 and put it on my bedroom wall. They would glow in the dark. My mom finally had to paint my room and we had to sand them all off. I'm so thankful my kids are not like I was. And yeah, all of her friends saw it.
That is
They're all responding.
so disturbing.
And she had to be like, by the way, I don't do this anymore. I was only 6.
Does anybody else want to try it at least once, though, to see if it actually does glow in the dark? I mean, I'm trying it tonight. I don't care.
I kind of do want to try it, yeah.
Chris says, when I was young, I opened a can of soup and I thought the lid looked great, so I slid it into my mouth. I cut my cheeks, both sides, inch or two. Oh.
Lindsay says, when I was a kid, I loved climbing trees, but only in graveyards.
Weird.
That is really weird, Lindsay.
What do you got?
I used to...
This is going to be good. I can just tell from your tone.
Oh, geez. Oh, now I can't think of the word. What the hell is that stuff? Drywall. So I used to,
You're just eating drywall? Okay, sorry, continue.
It was just really crunchy, and I like to
You
crunch
did
it. Never
eat it? Oh my God, I was joking.
I never swallowed it. I just chewed it up a bit and then spit it out and moved on to the next piece. I was only 4 at the time. I grew up in Newfoundland in the middle of nowhere. So, yeah, I decided to call 911. Made up a story just to see what would actually happen that hid in my room till we had cops and stuff knocking at my door asking who called 911.
What?
What was your story about?
I don't remember. I just know I was in a lot of trouble.
Oh my gosh. What's your name?
My name's Brittany.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it.
Alicia wrote in saying, we grew up across from a rec center. When I was little, I would eat the pool chalk. Jennifer says, I used to eat the tips off of markers. Why do kids eat weird things? This one from Jamie Rose says, I used to chew on the rubber bands as if they were gum, and I would always eat my muffin wraps, like the wrapper that comes with your...
No. Did you read Kira's yet?
I did, yeah. I actually actively chose to ignore it.
Okay. You haven't read it on air yet, though.
No.
Okay. When I was a kid, I would eat gum off the mailboxes and sidewalk, sometimes off clothing racks and stores, anywhere I could find it. I loved the gritty sand feeling of the stuff from the sidewalk. It's just horrible.
Yeah.
A horrible thing to do.
I do remember at one point in my life, I would pick up used cigarette butts and pretend to smoke them.
Yeah. And put your lips on them?
Yeah, which was the most unsanitary thing ever.
Yeah.
This is another good reason why you shouldn't litter your cigarette butts, because kids get curious.
Is that where you got the cold sores from? Or?
That is not true. I don't get cold sores. Sometimes I get zits, and they're just a little too close to my lip.
Okay, I was just checking.
April says, I used to sit with my face hovering over our box of Tide laundry detergent powder.
No.
I loved the smell so much, and I really wanted to eat it, but thankfully I never did. Where were our parents?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, helicopter parents didn't exist.
I guess not. They should have, though. You hear some of these stories, my goodness. All right, what do you got?
When I was in grade 1, do you guys remember the old pencil sharpeners that were like mounted to the millwork with the handle on the side that you would turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had one, and I was like looking at my nails, and I'm like, I wonder if I can sharpen my nail. So I put my finger in it, and I turned the crank. It didn't sharpen it. What the blade did was it just took off my nail.
Oh, God, that's so bad.
I mean, you could probably still draw pictures after because of the blood.
They'd be really scary.
It bled
pictures.
a lot. And then, now I don't like pencil sharpeners still to this day.
I bet.
It just gives me the willies.
I liked having those pencil sharpeners because it gave me a chance to show off my outfit that day. I'd like pretend to go sharpen my pencil in class. Did you guys do that?
No.
Oh.
No.
Me neither.
So, Kat, I guess needless to say, you weren't the sharpest pencil in the case,
No,
eh?
good one.
No.
But I looked the sharpest in the class.
Of course you
Okay.
did.
Yeah, with your Minnie Mouse t-shirt when you were 16. I bet you looked real cool.
Devo wrote in saying it was Medicine Hat. The year was 95. My buddy and I jumped on a moving train and then rode it about 10 kilometers. But then we started to get scared because it was picking up speed. I jumped off successfully. My buddy started doing a road runner type move in the air, hoping to match his running speed with the train. It was unsuccessful. He went face first into the ground, getting a face full of gravel. Then we had to walk back. We were 10 years old.
Oh, my goodness. I feel like my buddies and I had this idea a few times. Like, let's go jump on a train and just see where it takes us. But, like, how would we have gotten back? None of us had money or vehicles. Like, so dumb.
I can't imagine the stress of like those 10-year-olds realizing, oh, this train's getting faster.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm too scared to jump off now. Whew. Courtney says, you know how kids would always draw mustaches on the faces in magazines? This was a huge source of entertainment for me as a kid, especially when the Sears catalog came. Well, I took it a step further and I would cut them out and then tape them to my wall. I had a huge gallery, LOL.
Creepy.
It's so funny.
But kind of awesome.
Yeah, well, that was probably before you had the internet. You couldn't like print
Right.
out pictures, and that was what you would decorate your room with.
Yeah. I wonder, as an adult now, if she likes mustaches
Yeah.
on the fellas. We'll have to ask her that. What do you got for us? Dumbest thing you've done or you did as a kid?
When I was a kid, I used to ignore my mom when she was calling me to do my chores, so much to the point that she thought I had bad hearing. So she took me to get tested for hearing loss, and it was pretty easy to fake. So I faked my bad hearing for years so she wouldn't be upset that I was ignoring her.
Years. This is a years of commitment.
Yeah, this was a big commitment. And then, magically my hearing just started to improve over time, and that was it.
Does she know?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, can we tell her?
Did you have any did you have to put like a device in your ear?
No, it was just under the bar so that I didn't have to get hearing aids.
So did she tell the teachers and they made you sit in the front of the class and stuff?
Yeah, well, I also had really bad eyesight, so I sat in the front of the class anyway.
Okay.
But did you have bad eyesight, or were you just...
Yes, I'm wearing my glasses right now.
Okay, so that part was true.
We
Just
don't know if
checking.
we could trust you at this point.
Yeah.
5 simple words, $1,000. It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay.
We are joined by caller 7, Nicole. Are you ready to win some money or what?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Hey, happy Friday. Let's make this happen. Who's your teammate today?
Ryder, please.
Oh, good choice. Okay, get out of here. How the game works if you're listening for the first time. I have 5 words. Ryder does not know what those words are. Neither does Nicole. He has left the room officially. I'm going to say all 5 words to you. You just tell me the first word that comes to your head, and then we'll invite Ryder back in. And for every word that matches up, you get $25. If you get all 5, it's $1,000. Let's do this, Nicole.
Okay, sounds good.
Chocolate.
Bar.
Melody.
Song.
Bucket.
Water.
Steam.
Ooh, hot.
Hot or pot?
Hot. H-O-T.
H-O-T, okay. And the last word, Nicole, prescription.
Drugs.
Okay. Come back in, Ryder. We're winning money today. It's going to be a good Friday round of the 1K wordplay, I think. All right. Ryder, what comes to your mind when I say chocolate?
Bar?
That's correct.
Yes.
Melody.
I got 2 words here.
What's the first one that came to your mind?
No, I can't start dishing out words, or else I'll catch a read off you. That's not fair.
Okay.
I'm going
Melody.
to go with music. Was it song?
Yeah.
Darn it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. We're going to win more than $25.
Music and song were my 2
That sucks.
answers, yeah.
Bucket.
List?
Water. Steam.
Bath? No.
Pot.
Oh, boy.
Okay, listen, Nicole, we've got $25 in your pocket. Let's at least make it 50 to make it.
Okay.
Prescription.
Drugs?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, thankfully.
Awesome.
Hey, Nicole, you got $50. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
Sorry about my friend.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to spend that $50 on, Nicole?
Half a tank of gas.
Sounds like pizza tonight.
Pizza.
Ooh,
Hey, awesome.
perfect. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Have a great night. Next chance to play Monday morning at 7:50 a.m. It is time for Radio Shark Tank. Lisa and I both pitch business ideas. You're the investor, and you let us know who you'd rather spend your money with.
Yep, so you're pretending that you are a multimillionaire, which probably feels pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Richard said last time we did Radio Shark Tank, both the inventions were terrible.
Oh, cool, Richard. Well, why don't you just frig off?
Today might be the best round of Radio Shark Tank in our show's history.
Really?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident about mine.
Okay, you want to go second with all that confidence then?
Sure.
Hello, Sharks. I am Ryder, the founder and CEO of Double Jers. You've heard of bandwagon fans before, but have you heard of band swaggin fans? 2 jerseys, 1 fan. Our incredible reversible jerseys can work for a variety of sports fans. How about the lackadaisy flip-flopper from Red Deer that cheers for both Alberta teams? You got the Calgary Flames on one side and the Edmonton Oilers on the other.
Wow.
How about for the person with ties to more than one country? The World Cup's coming up.
Yeah.
You want to cheer for Canada when they're playing, but you're Italian Canadian? Flip it inside out and cheer for Italy when they're playing. Just kidding. They didn't make the World Cup this year. Ooh, sorry about that. How about you're from a city that has 2 major sports teams, like Toronto? First of all, gross. Secondly, why not get a jersey you can wear to a Raptors game and then flip inside out and go to the Leafs game with it? I mean, it wouldn't have sleeves, but we'll figure that out.
What about like the Blue Jays? You're a big Blue Jays fan.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that turn 2 jerseys, 1 fan into 2 jerseys and 1 extra chance of winning the cup. Band swaggin.
Hey, are you still talking? My turn. For mine, can you have the swear button ready?
I don't know.
Please? And I'll point at you when I need you to hit it. Otherwise, I'm getting fired today.
$5.
Okay. Hey, Sharks. I'm Lisa Evans, the CEO and founder of What Helmet? Are you sick and tired of having to wear your lame bike helmet just because law enforcement tells you to, and it's super helpful to be safe, etc., and you want to be a good influence with your kids, blah, 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 but you know you look like a huge nerd rocking one down the Mill Creek Ravine? Well, I've invented a state-of-the-art helmet that is completely invisible. Yeah, you gotta not see it to believe it. You'll be falling off your bike and not having a scratch in sight. People will think you're Jesus or something. So what do you say, sharks? Are you ready to say it to your bucket? Invest in what helmet today? All right, hit us up, 780-784-7107. Whose invention would you rather invest in? You are the sharks.
Yes.
We need your money, otherwise our inventions cannot come to fruition.
Are you still talking now? The
Oh,
reversible
come on.
jersey or the...
What helmet?
What helmet?
What helmet?
780-784-7107. Appreciate all the votes.
Oh, yours already exists. You'd get sued.
Oh, thanks a lot. Is that Richard on
It
the text
actually
line
was.
again?
I'm not even joking.
Good.
It was Richard.
Thanks, Rich.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.